Hey everybody, I'm going to do doing this video over again because there was a glitch with YouTube. So this is another version of Strategize to enter the paralegal career. What are your strategies? We're going to go over these step by step very quickly. Number one, what are your current skill sets? You have to evaluate that. Number two, within number one is what do you have to do? This would be part B, to improve your skills. Do you have basic Microsoft Word? Yes? Good deal. Do you have advanced Microsoft Word? What is that? Go look, discover it on YouTube. Just do a search on YouTube in general for advanced Microsoft Word skills. Okay? So you have to analyze where you stand right now. What are you bringing to the table? What are your strengths? Okay. Number two, is it time to adapt how you're doing? Don't even think that being a freelancer and doing that is that revered, that attorneys look at that as something great. Most attorneys don't hire freelancers, by the way. They despise that word. So I would stop using freelancer. You know, you might look at yourself and call yourself a virtual paralegal or virtual or a contract paralegal, but those are far and few between. Most attorneys want that person in the office. If you want to desperately work from home, then I would look at a different career altogether and become a virtual assistant. If you don't have any legal experience, don't even think about that. Because you have to work in a law firm, in my humble opinion, 3 to 5 years before you ever toy with that. And most attorneys want you in the law firm. Why? Because insurance companies won't cover your work because you're at the house, and the insurance companies get very nervous about that. That's one of the reasons why you don't see that a lot. Now, some states allow you to open your own, but you can't call yourself anything with the word legal in it. You can't open a business and call yourself a paralegal because the consumer, the people that would use you, might think you're an attorney because people just don't understand what a paralegal is. And I don't know that some here watching this understand what a paralegal is. We help the attorneys. There are some states that allow us to become legal document preparers. Very few states, maybe 7. So while it all sounds great, like that would be a great thing to happen, and yes it would, most attorneys don't have that choice because of insurance companies, okay? And some people go ahead and do it anyway and get themselves in a heap of trouble and end up getting fined. So you can Google that type of thing. People fined for working as a paralegal without supervision of an attorney. The state bar will come down on that person like a ton of bricks. And believe me, they watch. They watch. So number 2 here is adapting your approach to getting in. You have to really develop those skill sets and get that done first. Where are you deficient? If you're looking at this career as being almost like an entry-level attorney, you've got the wrong idea. If you're looking at it as you're going to make $50,000, as Google will say, is the average salary, that's not going to happen. Okay, that takes a while for that to happen. I was told when I started out it would take me 10 years to become a paralegal. It took me 7 months. So that was not correct, what one paralegal was telling me. Okay, that was incorrect. But what I'm telling you is correct about the making of the money. And sometimes when you look at that, now what company is going to pay you $50,000 when you don't know what you're doing? Not going to happen. So step by step, you've got to up your game. When you go to school, that doesn't mean that, you've got these incredible degrees. That doesn't help you in the paralegal field. That doesn't impress a lot of people, including attorneys, because they know you don't know what you're doing and you weren't taught the practical side of paralegalism. So if you're looking at this career for the first time, school or no school, you can get in this career. If you have what it takes and you are sharp and you're looking at it as a career and not a 9-to-5 job, you're going to just slide through and collect a paycheck, because attorneys don't want that type of employee. So are you really interested in it? If you don't know much about it, then I would say get my book. I'm going to forget the name of my book, Legal Break-In, on Amazon, and it's in Kindle paperback format. Get the insider's view. Number 2, get on the wait list on my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, and then when you're there, listen to the podcast, look up above at the menu bar for Paralegal Inner Circle class info. That's the step number 2. And get on the wait list. We just launched it a couple weeks ago, and now we're, I only launch it about 3 times a year, so get ready for the next launch. I don't discuss working as freelance paralegals here. So if you find that I'm not answering that question, I actually have answered it in many videos. What I would suggest is that you watch a lot of the videos here and take notes. Come into the Paralegal Break-In group only for people who are not working as paralegals. That's not a group for paralegals. That's a group for people who are looking at the field and not working in it right now. So come over to Facebook, Paralegal Break-In. Come join us on my page, Paralegal Coffee Talk, which is the same name as my website, by the way, okay? So investigate all these things, but take notes and categorize your notes so that, okay, I really feel I'm deficient in typing, or I feel I'm deficient in Microsoft Word. Then get that going first. Okay, get that up to speed first. It's not that law firms overall do typing tests, believe it or not, but you won't be able to get the work done if you're not a speedy typist. Okay, number 3. So what's the most important, the problem that you are able to fix in order for you to get your foot in the door has to be the skill sets, okay? And then where you're deficient is legal knowledge. And that includes, even if you've gone to school, you're deficient in many things that are on the practical side of not only, I'm not talking about law, I'm talking about managing the workload, because that's what you'll be doing for the attorney. You're not going to stand around with a law, a book of Florida statutes or looking it up online, discussing this all day. That's not what paralegals do. We are clerical people. We are doing research if the attorney wants us to. We're troubleshooting a lot all day long and being a detective all day long. Number 4, big one. Are you disciplined? Are you organized? You have to be for this job. Are you a problem solver? Absolute must, excuse me. I'm not a hoarder, but I have to struggle with clutter. But at work, I had to be super organized. The attorney wasn't going to be organized. I'm going to be the one organized. So the last one here is, are you going to be happy in this? You only know by investigating. I jumped into this career 29 years ago, not knowing if it would make me happy, if I'd be satisfied, if I'd be fulfilled till I got in it. Sometimes you have to do it that way. And that can be scary, but you don't think that you're going to have everything in a tidy box and know everything before you jump in. Perfection is highly overrated and not necessary. So don't think that's the case, but you have to seek after perfection on the job, definitely, because you don't want to misfile things. You don't want to do something ridiculous because you were not caring enough. That's what it takes, caring about the work that you do. So, make sure that for Micah, who was asking about the degrees, go watch the video of why I removed mention. I forgot the other video I mentioned in the previous video that I had to delete, but there are so many videos here that can help you, and it may be that you're just going to take off and fly. And do you need to buy my book and take the course? No. But I highly recommend it so that you have enough, what I call, information to make an informed decision. Is this right for you? I didn't have anything like this. You can become very informed and then jump. And you do have to jump at some point. So stay tuned for the next launch of the Paralegal Inner Circle course. We have many people going through it right now. We just launched the course, I think it was May 8th to the 15th, and then we shut it down. And then now I work with the people in the course right now. So we have a nice group, and I hope you'll join us next time. I'll be posting probably at the end of this month or beginning of June when the next launch is. So stay tuned. But make sure you get on the wait list so you get our emails, my emails that I send out, because I do additional teaching there, and I don't send emails every day. That's a bit of overkill, but get on that email list, and you can get on it by going and getting on the wait list for the Paralegal Inner Circle class, okay? All right, so that's it. Thanks for putting up with this crazy stream today, and hope this was of value to you. Any questions, comments, ask them below, okay? If you did ask some questions, re-ask them. But if it's regarding freelance, I answered that in the beginning of this video, and we'll go from there, okay? So have a great one, and I'll talk to you in